Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another SALAMANGREAT deck profile. I just want to say the ban list hit us pretty hard, but I kept on testing the deck. I kept on playing it, and I still think the deck is pretty good. It's just significantly weaker. Last format, I definitely thought the best decks were Thunder Dragon and SALAMANGREAT because Thunder Dragons were just so strong. They could push through boards. They could make crazy boards, and SALAMANGREATs were just super consistent. They could establish like a nice board. They had a lot of flexibilities, like with their hand traps, with their back rows. But now SALAMANGREATs are probably like the fifth best deck or like rogue deck. But the deck's still good. This is what I've come up with. I just wanted to showcase you guys the profile because this is probably the last time I'm playing SALAMANGREATs. I felt like I couldn't make it any more better. I felt like this is the best list I could come up with after constantly testing. And it does have some consistency problems, but you know, they hit 4 of our consistency cards, so what are you gonna do? But I also am gonna go over some budget options as the deck profiles goes on. And yeah, let's just get started right into it. First of all, we're gonna talk about the hand traps. Like always, 3 Ash Blossoms, 2 Phantasmes, 2 Veilers, and 1 Ghost Ogre. Now, if you can't afford some of the cards in the profile, feel free to swap them out. Ghost Ogre is pretty good this format. If you can't afford Phantasmes, feel free to add another Veiler and another Ogre. DD Crow is kind of bad, so I wouldn't use DD Crow, but if you don't have another option, nothing wrong with that. Ghost Bell's alright, you know. And I'm also running 2 Impermanents, but I'll just show that in the traps. I cut down the Veilers and the Ogres just because it's a new format. So I've just been testing like a smaller hand trap ratio because you want to open up more playable. Like before, you could open up 4 hand traps and 1 Gazelle, and you can make plays off of that. But now you really want to see more of your engine monsters. So I cut down the hand traps just by a little bit. Next, onto the monsters. Of course, your one-ofs. 1 Gazelle, 1 Lady Debug. These are some of the best cards in the deck. I used to side out Debug going second a lot because it's a really weak normal summon. But now, I never side Debug out. It's another Gazelle. You want to see your Gazelle. These are your most important cards of the deck. Then you're playing 3 Spinny and 3 Foxy. I've always been playing 3 of these guys, but I think now it's even more mandatory than before. Super good. And I added some new card. Well, 1 new card. See, Archiver. This card is really good in my opinion. It helps a lot with making Stalio. This plus Spinny is full combo. So for you guys that don't know what this does, if it's in the graveyard or in the hand and something summoned to a link zone, you can special summon it from the hand or the graveyard. So you summon this, make Veilinks, then you pitch Spinny, summon Spinny to Veilink zone, then this summons itself, and you make a Stalio. It's a nice little tool, especially since it's supposed to be banished when it leaves the field, when it was summoned by its own effect. But if you make it into an XYZ material, it'll just go to the graveyard, and the next turn you can abuse it. So it's pretty good. It's a Cyverse. Then 1 Reclusia. You know, guys, I'm a big fan of Reclusia. And Reclusia with Sea Archiver is full combo too. Same thing. You do Veilinks. You summon this to the zone that Veilinks points to. This brings itself back. Full combo with 2 cards. And Reclusia helps go in second. Now, we're playing 2 Buffaloes. And we're also playing Sign-Up Minings. But if you guys can't afford Sign-Up Minings because they're crazy high right now, I would definitely recommend 3 Flame Buffaloes. Flame Buffalo is so good, especially since you opt the monster count. When you have a hand full of monsters and you have Flame Buffalo, like, it's just really good. It just helps you out. The draw 2 is really good. You could chain block it. I definitely like Flame Buffalo. And you can do it under Colossus. So, like, you can't Lady Debug under Colossus. So if you guys don't have Sign-Up Minings, I would definitely recommend playing 3. This guy's pretty great. For the one-offs, well, not one-offs, so the rank 4s, playing Foul, Jack, and Falco. We're playing 2 Jack Jaguars now because Dweller is still super strong, but you're not going to be able to make Dweller as consistently since you don't have your circles and your Gazelles. And Jack Jaguar is actually a very good normal summon on its own. It makes Heat by itself. It makes Sunlight Wolf by itself. And like, just adding that 1 more level 4 helps you make Dweller a lot easier. And Dweller is still a pain. Dweller is still super strong. But yeah, not much to say. Just definitely wanted to add the one Jack Jaguar, especially now that Sky Strikers are playing two Shark Cannons because of their loss of multi-rule. They definitely are going to be taking out your Jack Jaguars more often. So I think putting it up to 2 was definitely a right call. For spells, the 1-ups, of course, 1 circle, 1 sanctuary. Not much to say there. And these are supposed to be sign-up minings. I traded one of them away for a Boral Sword, and another one to my binder. But yeah, if you guys have sign-up minings, I think 2 is good. I think people are saying play 3 because you need to see Gazelle. The thing is, the deck is a lot more vulnerable to Ash now. So before, if you did sign-up mining and you had a Gazelle in hand and you discarded a Salamangreat and you got ashed, you didn't care that much because you could still summon your Gazelle. But now, if you're going first, you really don't want to be sign-up mining and getting ashed. Like, you just took a -2 and like you have 3 cards and you're trying to combo off with 3 cards, which is possible. It's just very hard. So I think 2 sign-up mining was a good ratio. Sorry for the proxies, but like I said, I traded 1 away. Then for the other spells, we're playing 3 call by. Call by is super important now. You're trying to let your Gazelle go through. You want your Stallion to go through. It's like a trap card. If you're going first and you don't use it, you just set it and it's really good. Not much to say there. And I added this card, Foolish Burial. Foolish Burial, I added it for consistency. I wanted to be able to play through hand traps and try to play through boards. And this actually helps you make Dweller too. So I thought Foolish Burial was a good add, especially for the new format. I would definitely keep this in. This card is super good, super helpful. I started playing Will. Will is crazy. Like, I kind of regret not playing it last format. Will is so good. It helps you make link plays. A lot of the times, now that you won't be sending stuff from Gazelle, like, sometimes you won't even see your Gazelle turn 1. So a lot of the times, you won't have not a lot of things to add from your Sunlight Wolf. So if you, like, open this, you just bring back whatever and send it to the graveyard. And then you can use Sunlight Wolf to get it back. So it's really good. It's kind of a soul charge, or it's like a monster reborn for Salamangrates. Yeah, definitely. Sometimes I think about putting it up to 2. I think 1 is perfect for now. 1 monster reborn. I might cut it, but sometimes it comes in clutch. For the trap cards, 2 crackdown. Honestly, I was testing Crackdown, and it was good in some coincidences. I took out the Paleozoic trap card because you're a lot lower on resources now, so you can't really afford to discard cards like you used to be able to before. But honestly, guys, I would cut Crackdown and play Judgment. Judgment is definitely a great card going first. Sometimes even going second, it can help you out a lot. So I would cut these and put in 2 Judgments. So definitely not Crackdown, Judgment. A lot more helpful, in my opinion. Then we're playing, of course, just 2 Impermanents, a little bit more hand trap. This card's super good. Can't get out my hands on a 3rd one. But if I did, I would definitely be running 3. But yeah, 2 Impermanents, pretty good. Additional hand trap, another trap. And then for the traps, we're just playing 1-ups. I thought a lot about playing 2 of them. But you just want 1 of each, just like before. Just, even though you're not going to see them as often, you really don't want to brick on them. Like, drawing 2 of one of them and your hand, like, not having Gazelle is just kind of rough. Like, 1 and 1 is perfect in my opinion. It's always been like that, especially when you're going second. You really don't want to be drawing them. I'm going to show you guys my side deck, because I do side additional of these when you know you're going first. But before the side deck, real quick, let's get into the extra deck. Nothing new here. 3 cats, 3 wolves, 2 lions, 1 horse. A lot of people are playing 2 horse. I think I was playing 2 horse in a previous format. But at this point, the extra deck is so tight that I had to cut the horse down to 1. And with 2 Jack Jaguars, you just recycle it. It's a lot easier to recycle your Mirage Stallion now. What else is there to say? Feel free to run 2 if you don't have some of the cards in the extra deck. But I think one works really well. A lot of the times you just use it to get your Gazelle out and they'll ash it or Veiler it or something. Sometimes you want the second one, but if you just play your resources right, one should be all you need. And nothing to say. You guys know what these cards do. Alright. The only thing that changed in the extra deck now is I cut Phoenix and I added a couple cards. For Link 2s, we're playing Update Jammer and Hita. Hita is standard, but Update Jammer is actually a big part of the deck now. And also Dweller. You can still make Dweller going first. Or even if you go second, break their board and then on Dweller, that's still pretty good. Alright. Update Jammer, I added it in because the battles now are a lot, not less grindy, but you don't want to be grinding if you don't have access to your Gazelle. You would much rather just kill him because the decks like Thunder Dragon, Sky Striker, if you don't open up your Gazelle, if you don't have access to your Gazelle, chances are they're probably going to kill you way faster than you're going to kill them. So I wanted a way to put a lot of pressure on board. So I added the Update Jammer, Transcode Talker, Avramax, and Borreload. These cards are all so good, and they all synergize really well with Update Jammer. Like Transcode being co-linked with Update Jammer, it could be an OTK in a lot of cases. If you link Avramax using Update Jammer, Avramax can attack twice, and that guarantees you 6,000 damage if you battle a special summoned monster. And what I really like doing to guarantee game a lot of the times is if my opponent was at 7,000 life points or less, a lot of the times I would get Spinny back from Wolf. I would Spinny my Avramax, so he's at 35, and you would attack twice, and that's 7,000 damage just off of one card with Update Jammer. And Borreload, if you link into Borreload with Update Jammer and you get to steal 2 monsters, that's super strong. Like there's not much else I can say. I just wanted to add more pressure on board with the Link monsters I have here. And I was thinking of playing Borrelsword. If you play Borrelsword, maybe you can cut Update Jammer and Avramax and Code Talker and add some other stuff. But I felt like this was pretty good. It's not too expensive. And I just felt like this helped you apply a lot of pressure on board. And that's something that Salamangreat need now, especially with the loss of Gazelle. And moving on to the side deck real quick. So, for the side deck... Oops, sorry, I'm just trying to find it. Playing 3 Lancia. Thunder Dragon still have Levineer. Levineer is super powerful. Orcus is still a deck. Infernoids are kind of making like a low-key entrance. Invoked is around there chilling. So, you know, Lancia's been a good hand trap since the last format. I thought it was going to be good this format. So I'm playing 3. Definitely helps. 2 pink chops, however you want to pronounce it. Just 2. A lot of times I would draw 3 and I didn't like that. And it would conflict with some of the other side deck cards I have. So I thought 2 was perfect. And 2 has always been coming in clutch for me. 2 Gamma Seals. This Gamma Seal always came in clutch for me. I have thought about cutting it. Sometimes I do want spot for other cards. But, you know, Gamma Seal helps out a lot against a lot of different boards. Even against, like, Orcus boards. You just take out their Link monsters so they don't have their Crescendo. Against Thunder Dragons, you just take out one of their negates. Like, it's super helpful. Against Sky Strikers, it just gives you a free turn. Then 2 Twin Twisters and 3 Evenly Matched. This is a lot for back row decks like Sky Strikers, Trap Tricks, Alter Guys, True Dracos. They just help out a lot. Sometimes I want to up Twin Twister to 3, but I just can't find room in the side deck. But if you guys want to cut something and add Twin Twisters to 3, I would definitely do that. And Evenly Matched is just crazy. It just helps you so much. Like, this deck doesn't care if it loses its battle phase. If you go in second and you just activate Evenly Matched and you have 5 cards in hand, you can definitely establish a board that your opponent won't be able to break through if you just cleared out like all of their cards except for 1 thanks to Evenly Matched. And for the last cards, Imperial Order, Rage, and Roar. So I side these going first most of the time. Sometimes I don't side in Imperial Order depending on the matchups, but a lot of times it does come in. And Rage and Roar are just for like when I know I'm going first. I don't mind seeing them. A lot of times when I'm going first on games 2 and 3, I will activate Foxy's effect just because I have more Salamangreat cards, and it comes up a lot actually. These guys come up Foxy's effect a lot every time I activate Foxy's effect. games 2 and 3 when I sided in the cards. I wanted something to help me make a stronger board, and I think I started doing this last format, but this format I definitely like having them. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for the Salamangreat deck profile. This might be the last profile I do. Thank you all so much for watching, and like I said, if you have any questions about the deck, leave it down below. And like I said, definitely play 3 Flame Buffalo if you don't have access to sign-in mining. Flame Buffalo is so good. And thank you all for watching. Peace.